That's right, there really is a quick fix, and my new book is going to show you how to achieve just that. Look, I know there's new books coming out all the time that seem to promise you something great in regards to health, but in the end, they fail to deliver. I'm proud to say that this book will be different. If you follow the simple guidance that you receive in this book, then your health will be positively transformed. Like many people, you probably have some health challenges, whether it's excess weight that you're trying to lose, wanting more energy, feeling less stressed, eliminating chronic aches and pains in your body, improving your digestion, cleansing and detoxifying your body, overcoming chronic disease, looking younger, or just feeling better overall, then I know that this book can help you. But let's talk more about the book later. Right now, I would like to provide you with a few simple health lessons that can help you feel better and conquer some of those health challenges that you might be dealing with. Being a health and rehabilitation specialist for the past 17 years has given me a unique perspective on why some people struggle to fix their health. I've been able to discover the answers to these 3 key questions. First, why is it that some people can know a great deal about health and yet they still struggle with their health more than others who don't know much about health at all? 2, why is it that some people can spend thousands of dollars on their health and still are not as healthy as they should be? And 3, why is it that after multiple attempts to improve their health, some people just can't seem to stay on track and conquer their health challenges once and for all? Can you relate to any of these scenarios? Look, today's world is full of things that make being healthy a challenge. It's no wonder why people often just give up on themselves and say, forget it. I'm just going to do whatever makes me happy and I guess one day I'll just die. Not only is this a sad way to live, it's totally unnecessary. Don't get me wrong. One day you probably will pass on. However, unfortunately, dying has become a common way of living. What I mean by this is that people have bought into this idea that one day you're just supposed to fall apart and then it's downhill from there. As you get older, life is supposed to just become miserable and then you just die. It's as though feeling good is something that doesn't exist later in life. It's just for kids. However, now even kids are getting sick and suffering from chronic disease states such as diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, cancer that used to only be seen in adults. Even kids don't get to feel good anymore. This is absolutely ridiculous. Life is meant to be lived and your life should be full of life. Feeling good is a necessity to having a happy and fulfilled life. So, let's get back to those 3 questions whose answers will serve as the simple health lessons that I promised you earlier. So first, why is it that some people can know a great deal about health and yet they still struggle with their health more than others who don't know much about health at all? Here's lesson number 1, knowledge versus wisdom. Look, there's an important difference between knowledge and wisdom. Simply put, knowledge is knowing and wisdom is doing. I've met many people in my life that have an incredible amount of health knowledge. They seem to know everything there is to know about health, or at least they think they do. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, I already know all of this, Dr. Sam, when it comes to being coached on the topic of health. However, these are often the same people who aren't doing what they proclaim to know. They usually have a huge disconnect between what they think they're doing and what they're actually doing or should be doing. For example, to know that eating fruits and veggies as part of a healthy diet is not the same as actually eating them. These well-meaning health seekers often pursue all knowledge, but unfortunately, they don't master any of it. Consequently, they end up with poor health as well. In order to be good at anything, you must practice. If you want better health, you must practice better health. Each day, you can practice better health by becoming more aware of your body, making healthier choices, and implementing simple new health habits or strategies. After all, you can only experience good health to the degree to which you practice it. That's the doing. Okay, next, let's talk about the art of health versus the science of health. There's an important difference between the two. The art of health is simple. It can be summed up with this concept. Health comes from healthy living. Once again, health comes from healthy living. So simple, right? When one is feeling well, this phrase seems to make a lot of sense. However, when sick or injured, people often develop amnesia quickly. What I mean by this is that except in extreme cases where some kind of necessary medical emergency care may be needed, the factors that make one well are the factors that keep one well. I discuss these factors more in the book. So look, the art of health is a need-to-know concept. Whether you're sick and injured trying to get well or you're well trying to remain well, health comes from healthy living. If you follow the art of health and keep things simple, you will avoid overcomplicating health matters, as well as avoid bogus health schemes or scams or the next greatest overhyped cure known to mankind, as well as getting caught up in information overload. Just keep things simple. Conversely, the science is very complicated. The science of health can lead people down a never-ending path or quest for answers, and ironically enough, it often leads to less than optimal results most of the time. The science of health tries to micromanage everything. Although it's fun to learn about the human body, these things are a nice-to-know concept, but that's what books are for. You don't need an 8-year degree from some prestigious university or understand big words such as hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axes to be healthy. Unfortunately, though, show me the science has become a prominent saying in the world of health. When I hear this, a great Eastern proverb often comes to mind that goes like this: when a man's science exceedeth his sense, he perishes by his ignorance. Besides, all the true science usually ever does is validate the art anyway. For example, study A shows that some simple requisite of good health, such as sunshine or organic food or exercise, is actually good for you. So, don't get trapped into complex science. Just follow the simple art of health instead. Again, the answer to the question of why some people can know a great deal about health but still struggle more than those who don't know much about health is that those who often struggle with their health are focusing too much on knowledge, knowing, instead of wisdom, the doing. Based on the quest for knowledge, these same people often get caught up in the science of health, which is complicated, instead of following the simple art of health each day by just living in a healthful manner. Okay, let's answer the next question. Why is it that some people can spend thousands of dollars on their health and still not be as healthy as they should be? Well, in this lesson, the answer to this question is that health is earned. That's the lesson here. Health is earned. You see, good health can't be bought. It must be earned each day. You have to put in the time and take the actions needed to have good health. You can't just buy it. Although it's true that some things needed for good health may cost you some money, such as food, for example, depending on where you source your food, many of the important factors needed for good health are free. That's right, they are free. And I discuss these factors in the book. Since I know you're probably going to get a copy, let me just quickly mention what those factors are. Food, air, water, light, rest, activity, hygiene, and love. Each day, these factors must be addressed to ensure feeling good and staying healthy. It's important to realize that it's not just one of those factors some of the time that will help you maintain good health. It's all of the factors most of the time that is needed. Always remember this, just stick with these basics. If people don't understand the basics, then they usually won't do anything at all, at least not for the long term. However, instead of applying these factors each day, many people end up suffering from what I like to call the Holy Grail syndrome. This occurs when a person keeps looking for and chasing after what is believed to be the Holy Grail of health, that one thing that will fix all their health problems. For some, it's that one magic food. For others, it's that one magic pill or supplement. And for others, it's a special concoction or spiritual practice from antiquity. Or it may even be about finding that almighty guru that will give them the secrets of the universe. The irony is that they will spend tons of time, money, and energy in search for the Holy Grail while continually ignoring the simple basics I just mentioned a little while ago needed to build better health that are right in front of him. Then, when the Holy Grail approach fails, they may finally consider to try some of those basics correctly. This approach seems backward, doesn't it? Don't worry though. The book won't be about another Holy Grail approach, but rather about you learning the basics of health needed to feel good quickly. Okay, so hopefully that answers question number 2. Again, here's the key takeaway. Health must be earned. Good or bad, health is earned. So no matter how much money you may spend on your health or how far and wide you search for the Holy Grail of health, if you participate in the causes of poor health, then you will have poor health. Conversely, participating in the causes of good health will lead to good health. Okay, let's move on to that final question in health lesson. Why is it that after multiple attempts to improve their health, some people just can't seem to stay on track and conquer their health challenges once and for all? Here's lesson number 3. Assess, don't guess. There's a saying in the world of rehabilitation: if you're not assessing, then you're just guessing. Well, unless you're a really lucky person, guessing usually doesn't get the job done too well. As a rehabilitation specialist and wellness consultant, I choose to work only with people that will agree to be assessed first. How can the right treatment be rendered if no assessment is ever done? The answer is simple: it can't. Unfortunately, this happens all too often though. If you want to figure out the best way to fix something quickly and correctly, you first need to figure out what's wrong with it. Your health is no exception. Before beginning any type of health regimen to improve your health, you should perform some type of assessment. This will not only help you find the best way to go about improving your health quickly, it will also help you avoid wasting your precious time, money, and energy trying to figure it all out as you go. Having a plan that is based on some type of assessment is one of the biggest keys to getting the quick fix. So, what's your key takeaway here? Knowing where to start will make it easier to end up where you want to go quickly. Take the time to assess first. If you keep guessing, you might eventually get it right, but wouldn't it make more sense to just assess where you should begin in the first place? So, there you have it. I hope these 3 questions and 3 health lessons have served you well. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, hang on Dr. Sam, what about this quick fix you were talking about? Aren't you going to tell us what that is? Now, if I do that, why would you buy the book? Okay, I will tell you because I know that even if I tell you what the quick fix is, you will still want to buy the book. So here it is. There's an old saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, it's no different with your health. Within the book, I talk about each person having a chain of health system. So if you strengthen the weakest link in your chain of health system first, this will be the fastest way to better health. You'll get the quick fix. It's really that simple. Look, after restoring my own health, as well as helping thousands of people overcome various health challenges, I came to a significant conclusion. Mother Nature's not prejudiced. What exactly does this mean? This means that she doesn't care what color you are, how old you are, your gender, how much you weigh, where you live, your eye color, etc. The rules are the rules are the rules. So the good news is that there's hope for you. You just have to be willing to follow some simple rules. Let's call them guidelines instead. And this guideline is laid out for you in the book. If you struggle with change, don't worry. The book can help you. People often fear change. They fear it because they don't want to fail. The whole thing is really silly because change is going to happen whether you like it or not. You only fail when you fail to act and not do what's in your best interest. So guess what? If you follow the guidance in this book, you really can't fail. So, why should you feel good now? The bottom line is, when feeling good now, you're going to perform at your best in life. You'll be a better father, mother, brother, sister, student, athlete, musician, artist. When feeling good now, you'll help others in need. You will live with more passion and purpose. When feeling good, you're likely to act with more compassion, be patient, have more tolerance, give more and take less, smile more, laugh more, and enjoy your life more. So when is the best time to feel good? Now. Not tomorrow, next week, next year, or somewhere down the road, but right now. Why would you want to wait? You have to live in the now, so now is the best time to feel good. Being sick or injured isn't fun, and it's not affordable either. Do you know what a new liver would cost you? Tens of thousands of dollars. Now, that's expensive. However, instead of cutting out and replacing bad body parts, the book will teach you how to cut out and replace bad habits instead. The book helps you focus and empowers you towards feeling better as you learn the true art of health, as opposed to distracting and overwhelming you with the unnecessary and complex science. The book keeps health matters very simple, teaching you to master the basics the way it should be. It shows you where to start, as well as how to achieve better health very quickly. If you currently have poor health, it didn't happen overnight. Only your awareness might have. In other words, it took time to acquire poor health, and it will take some time to correct it. However, there really is a quick fix, and the book will show you how to get that. So, are you ready to feel good now? I know you are. So, click that purchase now button and get your copy today so you can feel better right away.